Hi, I'm David Rodriguez, owner of Union Beer Store.
Hi, I'm Adrian Castro. I am David when he's not here, slash the right hand, I guess.
And Manolo.
And Manolo.
I think Union's become like a cheer spot. I think Little Havana just needed to be infused with spots like this. Craft beer has blown up so much that little areas are gonna start popping up with Union beer stores.
And I'm born and raised Cuban American to Cuban parents. And then, yeah, we know what that community entails of.
I think the vibe here is just very chill, very laid back, not stuffy, not pretentious. You just come in and hang out. We always try to have at least a lot of variety on draft.
Yeah.
In addition to what we have in the coolers, which is probably around 250, 300 bottles now. There's some people that just don't get all the crazy stuff that's happening with craft beer, and
you know, everything evolves, you know what I mean? So craft beer especially has evolved as well.
I mean, we respect like the traditional stuff and the roots of where it came from, but it's just kind of like with all the styles that are coming out now, like people are just like, craft beer is dead. So it's just kind of poking fun at that. We don't, if you come in here and you see like the stuff we do not take ourselves serious. I mean, we have wrestling on the TVs right now.
I mean, we have wrestling dolls.
I mean, all of Wynwood is pretty much like an open canvas.
Yeah,
art everywhere. And then you have Art Basel that comes every December, where it's pretty much, they start with like a blank canvas and just kind of start over. And yeah, no, it's getting bigger and bigger.
The graffiti art started in Wynwood decades ago. This wasn't anything new. It started becoming what it is now, maybe early 2000s, when a couple local graffiti artists they went by Primary Flight, started bringing artists from all over the world and just friends of theirs to come paint the empty warehouses and kind of turn this into a canvas for them. I think the irony about what's been going on in Wynwood is graffiti was always been looked down upon. It wasn't something that they wanted approval from the mainstream anyways. It was their thing. It's what these artists did. Every single business that is here in Wynwood is here because of what artists have been painting on these walls.
Yeah, how'd you feel about coming into Wynwood and wanting to open here?
Wow, really when we first started looking for breweries, I mean, like a brewery space 5 years ago, I mean, we looked all over the place, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. There really wasn't a whole lot in Wynwood. We found this space. I mean, we did a lot of work to this space to turn it into what it is now. I mean, it had a lot of vibe and feel, you know, Panther Coffee, the art galleries, all the graffiti and murals and everything else that was going on with the area. I mean, I really liked that touch. It had a lot of grit and grime to it. So this kind of felt right for us to come here.
I mean, essentially you guys helped pioneer some sort of vibe. You guys added to the vibe that was
I mean,
here.
we embraced all the art. We have the inside of the tap room painted by different local artists. You know, CP1 did the Star Wars mural, and then Louis Valle did the dragon, and then every year, I mean, people have been shooting pictures of Vader.
Yeah, I was just going to say, yeah, that Vader, yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's iconic in the neighborhood.
One thing that I think sets you apart from all is the obvious Marvel, Star Wars, like where'd that come from?
I've always been, you know, since I've been growing up, I've always been a Star Wars fan, and been collecting comic books for 30 years. So it's just part of who I am, you know, beer geek, comic geek, Star Wars nerd, you know, and I just kind of took all that and put it in the brewery. I mean, you see it in the tap room. That's who we are.
Dude, this beer is dope, man.
Yeah, it's sour, it's nice, man. What fruits are in this?
So this is What You Need. It's actually a collaboration sour with Cloudwater Brewing out of Manchester, England. This is pineapple, coconut, and lime. Kind of, you know, pina colada-ish with some lime on it. It's definitely what I feel is like a Miami beer.
You're known internationally, so how does it feel now compared to like a couple years ago?
Brewing on your stove.
Brewing on your,
brewing on my stove like twice a week, every single week of my life. Yeah. It's a lot different. I mean, that was a hobby. This is definitely a business, but this is a business I love doing. It's afforded me the ability to see a lot of different places and work with a lot of great people, kind of get around and see what else is out there. I mean, it's, you know, from our first year when it was just me and 2 other people working in here to now that we have a multitude of employees. I mean, it's an awesome feeling. I mean, and
seeing it grow in such a large scale, yeah, compared to...
Yeah, and we haven't stopped. So really now we're at the point where it's like, where do we go next?
Yo, so what's up? You got a sweatshop going on here?
What is it they're labeling here now?
All right, so this is one of our collaborations with Horace Ales. So yeah, you got sipping on yak and dipped in sauce.
What's with the names, like the...
So that's a reference to rap songs, like pop culture, hip hop.
Yeah.
Or, you know, or movies. Yeah. We do that too. This is our brew house. So we have 2 different kettles, kettle whirlpools actually. This is by design for kettle souring. So we can do the kettle sours, the Berliners, and then still be able to run normal production so we don't really lose time. Behind the bottles here, hot liquor tank, cold liquor tank, 2 15-barrel bright tanks, and then 30-barrel fermenter, and we just added another 15-barrel fermenter on the back wall last week. So we keep adding more and more tanks, but really we're running out. We have no more space. Yeah. Like I said, you know, the next step is another production facility. Yeah. Probably with another tap room. It probably won't be that close to this one, but you know, we'll probably keep this one as like the experimental.
Yeah, seasonal one-offs,
seasonal one-offs, sour beers, wild beers, so we can kind of spread the footprint a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Wider.
Hey, thanks, man.
Thanks.
All right, brother.
We'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for coming by.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's important to protect art anywhere, really. And because we have what is truly the world's largest outdoor gallery. I can't imagine this is like this anywhere else in the world. Every wall here belongs to all of us. Once the artist paints this wall, it's not theirs anymore. It's now ours. It's theirs and ours. You know, they could claim the image, but we claim the area. It's our city. So hell yeah, we want to protect that.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Fuck, that's delicious.
Está sabroso.
Dude, what's in this beer?
So that's our Bohemian Raspberry. It's our Berliner Weiss. We leave it with lacto about 2 days, let it ferment out, and then we add fresh raspberry puree. Nice. Simple, basic. That's how we do things here.
How did it all start?
Yeah, so it all started, I was a big craft beer drinker. I mean, still I am. And I used to, Pops, my dad, I'm drinking Pops Porter after him. Lived in Orlando, and I used to go up and we used to drink a lot of craft beer, try different beers. One Christmas, he gave me a little gag gift, a little Mr. Beer kit. So yeah, and then I got really into it. I started, you know, reading the forums and home brewing, and started moving into all grain, build our own little mash tun and everything. And I was traveling at the time for work, and I would go to really interesting places where they had breweries, but there was none in Miami. I got married in 2010, and Sandra and I kind of kept bugging her. I was like, man, you know, there's no brewery in Miami. We got to do a brewery in Miami. Why isn't there a brewery in Miami? I kept going. She literally never curses and just turned around and said, well, why don't you just fucking do it already? And I was like, whoa, what? Yeah? Like, you know? So I took off and I ran with it, and I started kind of thinking what I would want a brewery to look like in Miami. I actually kind of stumbled upon Wynwood. Wynwood looked a whole lot different than it does now. There's a vibe, there's a soul here that, I don't know, it just spoke to me, and I was like, that was like the nail in the coffin. I was like, I gotta put the brewery here. August 16 of 2013 is when we literally got the temporary permit from the state office in Doral. We ran back here and brewed our first batch of beer, which was our Wynwood IPA.
As far as like distribution and what the amount that you're producing now, like, is there a large difference compared to like when you guys first opened?
And for that year, from there to like the end of 13, we probably did like I forget the number, but I want to say 300 barrels, maybe 400 barrels. Last year we did about 7,500 barrels. And then this year the aim is to get close to 12,000 barrels.
You guys won an award, right, for the pops?
Yeah, so in 2014, we went up to JBF, right, and that's in October. And, you know, we get in there, we don't, like, that'd be awesome if we won a medal. I mean, that'd be amazing, I mean, but come on, you know, we have all these great breweries, you know? Yeah. And, you know, and then Founders win silver, and we're just like, that's it. Like, probably Great Lakes or somebody's gonna win, you know, gold. I mean, those were inspirations for this, you know, for our Pops Porter. And then, yeah, they announced Pops Porter. I mean, we lost it, you know, and we're like screaming and, you know, walking down.
What are these guys screaming around?
Amazing. Yeah, it's been exciting. I mean, it's our winningest beer. Last year we won bronze at the US Beer Open, which was the first time we entered into it, and then, or 2 years ago, and then last year again. So we've consistently won. Awesome. So it's pretty traditional. We use pale malts. We use caramel malts from England. We use English hops. So it's pretty traditional in that sense. Chocolate malt, special roast malt to give that roast kind of flavor. Probably my favorite brew.
Nice.
Let's go check out the brewery, dude. I'd love to check it out.
Let's do it.
I haven't seen it in a while, yeah.
One of the things that differentiates us a lot from other breweries nationwide is our water, right? So we don't do a lot with our water. We filter it. We do a little bit of softening because there are a lot of salts and there's a lot of calcium. But outside of that, we don't do a lot of treatment. So that's what kind of gives it, you know, gives it the Miami flavor. El sazón. Depending on the beer, we don't do a lot of things with fruit. We'll do like something special, like you guys were having the Bohemian Raspberry. But we do a rendition of our Imperial Red of Wynwood Fox. We do the Alpha Mango Foxtrot. So that mango we actually get from local people. This is it. So this is like our current labeler. This was our original labeler.
Oh man.
So it's like all done by hand.
Jesus.
Yeah. So like whenever we're bottling, we'll shift things around. We'll bring these guys out, plug it into one of the bright tanks, and from there we'll run the bottling machine. You know, when we were cranking it probably in 16, we're bottling probably 2 to 3 times a week. Yeah. So that thing was constantly going. But yeah, I mean, these things, man, we've beat them to hell, and they're still working. So yeah, we changed some parts, we've done our our tweaks and everything, but for the most part, they're solid investment. A lot of breweries start like this, so.
Growth of Wynwood has most definitely affected the businesses that were here already. There weren't restaurants, there weren't boutiques. It's mostly out-of-towners that have come here and bought everything up. But then the positive side is we still get to see what you see. You have some of the best artists in the world come here for our Basel, which this is what that festival is. It's not the beach, it's not the festivals, it's Wynwood. This is where everybody wants to be.
Hey guys!
Hey,
what's up? Cheers!
Cheers!
Salud.
You know how we were talking about doing collaborations, and you had asked about the Grand Pop. So this is what started it all.
This is my classic Lola Blue design. I was born and raised in Miami, so it's kind of like the opposite of having the color is like the black and white, and then they could do whatever they want with it. It was kind of one of those things I was like, man, they can go home and like paint it in, or
Do like a different design with each bottle, or you stuck with trying to stick with like that same?
I stuck within my design, so they all have the same cohesiveness. It's the series for Wynwood Brewing, so it was like the really bold lines, just the bigness of it, and also we did like the bigger bottle. So
that's right, yeah.
And I was born and raised here too, so it made more, it made even more sense. Like when we kind of got together on Instagram, it was
that's
actually,
right. Yep.
And it was like, hey, I just kind of was like, I want to draw on your bottles. It was like, let's do it. And I was like, wait, what? That really just worked?
Beer brings people together.
That's what it is.
Always good seeing you.
You guys.
Thank you. Nice meeting you guys.
Nice to meet you.
See you.
You can't walk out with a glass.